one up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the give, here's Portis. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Portis. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the toss, this is Clinton Portis. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go jet sweep. This is Taylor. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They run the counter. It's Goodwin. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, but maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Portis. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
A quick throw. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now it's Jackson. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. You see what Riddick was able to do in last week's ball game. 5 catches, 78 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They go play action with Jackson. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side. As a receiver, maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now a man who played his final season at nearby Rutgers, it's Gus Edwards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 10-7 our score after one, right here on EA Sports. A run with Portis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost two there, and it's third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
56, Mike.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, he finds Riddick, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Goodwin looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. Third and 10. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now they'll come up on second and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Jackson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
You see me? You see me? They can't stop me.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd? And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants have taken the lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find it. Target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys going to football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 and his... The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
A minute 50 to go here in the first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise. Throwing it, you don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. Past the 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Mecole Hardman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having earned much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And complete to Zach Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Play action. It's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Goodwin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. They run the counter. Goodwin. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. They'll run on first down. It's Goodwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. On first and 10, it's Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Bilal Nichols able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Airing one deep for Riddick. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 27, Wentz, and he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run on third down with Portis. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now it's Edwards. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. From the gun on third down, Wentz. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. People look at as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a giant first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Scott Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me.
Scott Miller.
Touchdown, Giants. Zane Gonzalez.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Ertz over the middle. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a big 32-yard play on third. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Point after, right down the middle, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the drive there took 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves that. A little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. On 1st down, Goodwin. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson stays on his feet. Oh, he stays up. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They run the counter. It's Goodwin. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Von Bell up to make the tackle. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading. All the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the
rush coming, and he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise,
he's got the lane, and there he goes. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
Wentz's pass complete to Taywan Taylor. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he's got this down to the 35. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
56, check 56.
Jackson to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. Throwing now is Jackson. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Here we go. 56. Let's go one more.
Here's Jackson. Escapes the sack. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but